This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Hello and welcome to episode 62. That's a great start. 62 of Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
Well
and
done.
I'm wide awake.
Yeah, really good start to the pod there.
I was feeling really good.
You're telling me to wake up.
I
and then you're
know,
going to do
we
that.
had an afternoon snooze. We're raring to go now.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
raring to go to bed.
So, an inspector calls.
Yes, it's done. Finished with. And it was 3 nights of very tough work, to be honest.
Yeah.
Each night was slightly different. The words were there, but in slightly different orders some of the nights.
Uh-huh.
But we got through it. The general
really
feedback from the audience was incredible. It's quite a hard-hitting play because of its subject matter. And it's on the, I think we mentioned before, it's on the syllabus at many schools. In fact, I was talking to somebody today and they said, oh, my son's just about to do that in college.
Go.
So, yeah, it is still on that syllabus because of what it teaches us about sort of social classes and how people were treated in wealthy families and the workers that they had and how they used them. So, yeah, very, very interesting.
It was a real morality tale. It really made you think. It was great.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. Very much enjoyed it. It's not meant to be a comedy, but people did laugh at me. But then I get that walking down the street anyway, so...
You were very funny. You played a drunk guy and you came out on stage and there was serious conversation going on and you were sitting there sort of rocking slightly with your eyes struggling to focus. It was very funny. You played a drunk man well.
Yeah, scene setting, that is.
Yes,
because
very
that
good.
was my whole thing throughout the play, so I needed people to see that I was a bit of a drinker. And yeah, I had to be drunk at that stage because that's how he is played.
Was it difficult to channel that role?
Yes, I had to actually start drinking quite a bit during the week just so I knew what it felt like. So
Well done to you and all of the cast and the director and all the people backstage, everyone involved in An Inspector Calls. It was great.
yeah. And then we had our cast party.
Yes, we do an after-show party after our 2 main shows of the year, which is great. We went to a place we haven't been to before called Ciao.
That's not as in Ciao, C-H-O-W. It's
That's
Ciao,
what I thought.
Bella.
Yeah,
as
I
in
thought,
Italian.
we're going Japanese, C-H-O-W. But no, it was Ciao, Bella, Italian. Well, Italian-Mexican, wasn't it?
Yes, unusual to have Italian-Mexican. I know it's become quite a thing to have Indian Mexicans, which, again, I don't really get because they're very different cuisines. And in general, I mean, this was very sort of much Italian food. But, yeah, I'm not sure. I love fusion cooking. I think fusion cooking is amazing. You know, you've got all these sort of new Asian type of...
Japeruvian, we love that.
that type of thing where you've got all the miso cards and the, you know, and all that sort of thing. But Italian, Mexican, I'm not really sure I get.
No, I mean, a lot of it wasn't really fusion. It was mainly Italian with some Mexican dishes on the menu. I think you had probably one of the few fusion dishes on the menu because you had a Mexican pizza.
Yes, which was very nice, but
Yeah.
unusual.
Yeah, definitely. I had a spinach pasta that was delicious. Really, really nice. Nice food. But where is it? How would you describe where it is? What's that area called? Kind of El Paraiso, sort of?
Yes, it's
Benavista.
sort of Benavista.
Yeah, Benavista area. Near Nellie G's and near, what's the name of the bowling place?
Los Arcos.
Los Arcos, right next door to Los Arcos. So that's where we went. Very nice, but we're not likely to kind of drive out there to go for a meal again. Not
No.
because there's anything wrong with the
No,
restaurant.
it's
but-
just not our bag.
Well, no, just because we have plenty of other Italian and or Mexican things closer to home,
Which are our bag.
which are our bag. I enjoyed a week of exercise. I did manage my 3 times a week, which was great. I did Monday Pilates and Aoife joined me. She has signed up to do some Pilates, so we both had our Glide Pilates socks made by her friend. and she kind of wanted to kill me during the class because it was literally one of the hardest ever. So it was really tricky, but she loved it. And Clint, who does the class, is very funny, and he's kind of supportive and taking the mick in the nicest possible way at the same time, and makes it great fun. So she really enjoyed that, and it's nice to share it with someone else as well.
You're doing very well at this exercise, Lark, aren't you?
I know, because Tuesday, the following day, was in a lot of pain from using muscles hadn't done in a long time. I went and did a body combat class.
That's one of your favourite classes, isn't it, body combat?
I really love it. And then Thursday spinning. So lots of cardio, lots of sweating, and lots of feeling good about myself.
And lots of showers, I hope.
Yes, definitely lots of showers. I did some good interviews this week, some really interesting people. One of my favourites ever was Alfie Watts. This is the one that I was supposed to do on the day when we had the power cut and rearranged it to this past week. Alfie Watts was the youngest ever winner of Race Across the World. He and his mate Owen won last year when he was just 20 or 21, can't remember. And he's brilliant. He's putting loads of travel content out there now and giving lots of advice, lots of travel tips, ways to travel cheaply. One of his best things of advice, which I thought was really good, instead of families going on holiday to Spain or Italy or Greece, the usual spots that they go every summer in August, where flights are at least €300 return, and the food is quite expensive because, as we've been saying, they're putting the price up massively. And hotels are really expensive. He was saying if you go further afield to Asia, for example, yes, you might pay double the price for flights, but hotels and food is a lot cheaper. So actually, in general, the holiday could cost less. So it's really worth taking all of that into consideration when pricing up your holiday. So yeah, some really good tips.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he keeps getting these challenges. I think one of the challenges he mentioned was that he was given a challenge to basically get on a flight, the cheapest flight he could, from the UK, and get as far away from the UK as possible on these flights. And incredible where he ended up and how cheap it was to get there. So yeah, I love the sort of things that he's doing. It's really good content. So yeah, give him a follow. It's really good.
Definitely, Alfie Watts. And I interviewed Emma Cowell again. I've interviewed her, I think, every time she brings out a new book. She is the wife of Tony Cowell, who is the brother of Simon Cowell. And when I was one of the hosts of the Wow Factor quite a few years ago now, which was the Costa del Sol's version of the X Factor, one of the judges that we managed to get was Tony Cowell, Simon Cowell's brother. And he was a lovely guy, got on really well. And his wife, Emma, is a really successful author. All of her books have a bit of a love story element to them, and they're all set in Greece. She loves Greece, and each book is set in a different part of Greece. So she has to go there regularly for research, which she loves. So every time we get together, we have a huge chat about our love of Greece and Greek food. And so, yeah, if that kind of book sounds like your thing, then definitely check her out. She's a great writer. I also had an interesting chat about AI this week. One of the ladies who is part of the Goa group, she didn't actually come on the Goa trip, but she's part of the Sisterhood community, called Kazi Quinten, and her book is called Humanity 2.0, and she'd done a massive amount of research into AI and how it can help your business, and that it's really important to understand how it works and how you can make it work for you and not dismiss it as something that you're not interested in or you don't understand. It's really worth getting to grips with it in a simple way, and because she's a copywriter, and a lot of the big fear with AI in business is how it can take over humans' jobs. And I said, as a copywriter, a lot of people are putting what they want into like ChatGPT and getting their articles written for them. And she was explaining that it's not a substitute for humans, it's a tool that you can use to work alongside you as opposed to replace you. It was really fascinating.
Yeah, and I couldn't concur more with that sentiment about what it's used for, because obviously I'm in digital marketing and we put a lot of content together. I can tell something that's been written by ChatGPT immediately just by the terminology that it uses, the way it's structured and the way it's set out. It's a great tool, but it has to be a tool. It has to be there for research and to help you put the content, and then you use your way of writing, your tone of voice, and you should change it and make it your own still.
Yeah, really important. And I spoke to Dee Anderson, who is the daughter of the legendary writers Sylvia and Jerry Anderson, who created Thunderbirds, She has a memoir and a stage show touring the UK currently called Growing Up with Thunderbirds. And it was fascinating chatting to her. One of the big things I took out of it, I've done as a quiz question many times over the years, who was the creator of Thunderbirds? And the answer is Jerry Anderson. That's what comes up. And she said, interestingly, her mother was a lot more to do with it. But just because of when it was written, a lot of the time the man gets the credit and the woman's kind of a bit in the background. So she really wanted in her show and memoir to showcase how important a role her mum took in the creation of Thunderbirds, which was really nice. And also Dee herself, who I chatted to, Lady Penelope was very much modelled on her. She's got big eyes, and so she's Lady Penelope.
Can I tell you my Thunderbirds joke? It involves Lady Penelope talking to her butler Parker.
Yeah.
And she says, Parker, take off my blouse.
Oh, God.
Parker, take off my skirt. Parker, take off my underwear. And Parker, don't wear my clothes again.
Oh, God. I wondered where you were going with that. That was kind of worrying. Guess what? I realised, looking on my LinkedIn earlier, I don't go on my LinkedIn anywhere near as much as I should, last week was my 20th anniversary of working at the radio station.
Congratulations.
20 years of service. Can you believe it?
20 years of hard labour.
Well, no, it's pretty cool, isn't it? When you think about all the interviews that I've done over the years, 20 years of working on the radio, because I started in May 2005.
And it's been quite a journey, really, hasn't it? From where you started to where you are now, and what you've learned and how you've developed your interview skills.
Yeah, definitely. And a few people commented on LinkedIn and said, I remember when you started as a young girl and your confidence and your ability has grown a lot since then. And...
Yeah, now that you're an old woman, you're doing really well. And...
Oh, thanks. But it's so nice that there's a lot of listeners out there who have been listening to me on the radio for 20 years. That's really cool.
Well, I mean, I probably have. Not far off it, I would have thought.
Yeah, amazing. So really, really nice. You finished one play and went straight into another play. Monday night was the after-show party for an Inspector Calls, and Wednesday night was the first rehearsal, first read-through for our Lark in the Park show that we're doing.
Yes, and I'm not sure it's got a title, has it?
I was thinking that. I couldn't remember the title.
No, but it's a good story.
Oh, it's great.
Don't want to give too much away from it.
The main thing about the Lark in the Park show is it's been written by our own members.
Yes.
Of ITS.
Yes.
So Sheila, Sandra Mole, who doesn't do any acting but is a great supporter of ITS and comes to all the shows. She's been one of my friends for many, many years. And Kate Jackson, who does a lot of acting with us over the years. The three of them have come together with this idea of basically a piss take of a fashion show in Marbella.
Yes.
It's really funny, light-hearted, it's adult, it's definitely not for kids. I'm slightly nervous about both my father and my husband both playing gay men.
What's the matter with that, darling?
Well, nothing. Because you're both confident in your sexuality, aren't you?
Exactly. It's just what your dad's going to wear that concern me.
Anyway, so that's going to be great fun. Our cat, Poppy, lots of people still sending us well wishes, which is really nice. She is just absolutely gorgeous. She's really vocal. She won't stop talking. When she wakes up in the middle of the night, meow, 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 meow. She's like constant, isn't she?
Yes, I think she's just got this thing about food again. I think she's worried where her next food is coming from because she didn't eat for 4 days. Maybe it's sort of psychologically set her backwards.
Yeah. Well, I hope she starts to realise that she doesn't need to worry where it's coming from and shuts the hell up in the middle of the night.
Me too.
But she's also clingy and cute, and whenever you're not there and I'm bed on my own watching telly, she sleeps right by your pillow, and when I'm not there and you're in bed on your own, she sleeps by my pillow. She's so cute!
Yes, she is.
I had a lovely brunch with my dad again this week. We went to Amber Chew.
Bless you.
Which is really nice. They do a fabulous deal. I know we mentioned it a few weeks ago, but you get avocado poached eggs on toast with an orange and ginger juice and a coffee, all for €11 something. It's a great deal.
Yeah, it's surprising. We were out, weren't we, with friends, and they said that's one of their places they go to. So yeah, you didn't realise that other people were using exactly the same deal.
Yeah, really popular. I also went to meet with Hugo Investment or Saxo Bank in Marbella to talk about investing, stocks and shares. We keep talking about it.
This time next year, we will be millionaires.
That's the idea, yeah, that would be great. I mean, we haven't got much money to invest, but we want to start.
What we want to do is build up a steady portfolio of investment.
Yeah.
So not put in a big chunk of money, but in regular amounts of money each month.
Exactly. That's the idea. It was just kind of refresher, really, to remind myself how to do it, because I used to do it and then I forgot. So I just needed to ask a few questions. I've made a few notes and we're good to go.
Can we remind people the whole reason why you've got this account is that you had to go head to head with Giles Brown from TRE during COVID in this sort of competition because they were one of your advertisers, so they gave you fake money to use.
Yeah, they set us both up with an account and gave us €200 of fake money, and we had 3 months, and at the end of the 3 months the person who had the most money in their account won €200 of actual money. So I still have some of that money left over because I invested a little bit and then I got a bit nervous because I did something wrong because I'd forgotten how to do it. So I haven't touched it in ages. So now I'm going to get back into it.
Good. I look forward to you making us lots of money and keeping me in the lifestyle I'm accustomed to, please.
Yes, why not? We went out for a lottery winners dinner on Friday night, which sounds a lot more glamorous than it was. There's a small syndicate of us in San Pedro that pay €20 a month, and Roger, one of our friends, goes and buys lottery tickets, and over the last few years we have accumulated over €500 in winnings, which is fabulous, but we've paid a lot more than that. So we're not...
Yes, you're not in a profit situation.
No, we're not in a profit situation. But we decided, let's get together for dinner and spend some of our winnings. So everyone in the group got €70 each, divided up between us all. And you're not part of it, but you came and obviously we paid for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, no problem. And we went to Chef by Divot, which is one of our favourite local places that we've been to a few times already. And we recommended the Chateaubriand to people. Chateaubriand, which has gone up by €1.
Yeah, I'm trying to work this out. It used to be €50, it's now 51.
Yeah, €51.
Not sure where the ones come from.
I don't know. So it's $25.50 per person for Chateaubriand, and you get this little fire cooking thing.
It's basically a mini barbecue.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you cook it yourself, but you hardly need it. You literally show it the flames, and it's done. Really nice. So we had a lovely meal there.
Yeah, I will say, when we said we would mention it, is we had scallops, and they were a little bit on the chewy side, weren't they?
Yeah, they were overcooked, which is a shame because they're €19.
Yeah, and normally they're very good.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a shame. But it was packed, wasn't it? It was really, really busy.
Yes.
We also went along to Hogan's Stand and enjoyed a couple of limoncellos there.
Well, I was happy with after one.
Uh-huh. Well done. The next day, we went to... Well, Amy and I went to Dunnes Stores, which I haven't been to in ages, and got some really cool stuff. Some candles. They do amazing candles that are like €5.
Yeah.
And they're a take on Jo Malone, aren't they? The orange blossom and basil and absolutely gorgeous smell. But €5 as opposed to like 60 or whatever they are now.
I think it's always dangerous when you haven't been to Dunnes Stores for a while.
Yeah.
And you came back with 2 bags.
Yeah. I spent less than €100 though.
Oh, well done you.
Thank you very much. I got loads of stuff. We were at that end of the coast because we were there to watch their daughter, Katie. She was in a show. Stagecoach is a fabulous organisation that's set up in the UK, but they have Stagecoach franchises, I guess, around the world. And this one is set up by a lovely guy called Warren, who's been doing it for years. And it's a fabulous thing. There's kids of all different ages. I think the youngest is about 5, going up to 18. And they're all different stages, different levels, depending on the age of the child. And they do dance, drama and singing. And they put together these shows, these kind of musical showcases. And they're just fabulous. And this was in Las Lagunas Theatre in Fuengirola, which I have to say is an excellent theatre.
Yeah, I've never been.
Oh, it's so good. And Katie was brilliant. One of the musicals they did was Sister Act, and she played the lead role of Dolores, which is the Whoopi Goldberg character.
Yeah.
And she was brilliant. She had to have a lot of confidence kind of commanding the stage, and Oh, she was great. I was so proud of her.
Yeah, well, you videoed it and showed me afterwards because obviously I wasn't there. We'll come on to that in a minute. And yeah, she was outstanding, really.
Yeah,
really good.
absolutely brilliant. And after that, we went to Amy and Ross's for dinner, and I just want to mention her potatoes because I did take a photograph of them. They were epic.
Yes.
We need to try this ourselves, but basically baby potatoes boiled and then smash them.
Yep.
And then coat them in garlic butter. And then put them in the oven and take them out and put more garlic butter on them, put them in the oven, take them out, and then put some grated Parmesan cheese on them and a bit more garlic butter. I mean, they won't be the healthiest things in the world, but they were delicious.
Yes, and I think I'm going to have to be making those every time we have potatoes now.
Yeah, I reckon. So where were you on Saturday?
I was in the Hogan stand, and I was there to watch the FA Cup final, baby.
Glad all over.
Oh, magnificent. Wow. Crystal Palace FA Cup winners for the first time in their history.
Wow. I mean, it's the first time they've won a major trophy, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it was just, it was nerve-wracking. And mainly because we weren't really in the game. You know, we were under the cosh for the whole entire game. We had one breakaway and scored.
Incredible. Against Man City, no less.
And our goalkeeper he was on a different planet. He was literally throwing himself at every ball. He saved a penalty.
Wow.
It was incredible. And when it got to the end, there was 10 minutes of added time. 10 minutes. And it's
That's a long time.
And I was just literally sitting there with my hands covering my mouth. And then when that final whistle went, oh my God, the emotion.
Wow.
It was. And I've sat for the last day just watching videos on Twitter and everything of the crowd and of people and of the players. And yeah, incredible.
Oh, amazing. There was lovely videos before the match, actually. Lots of big groups of people gathered together in Covent Garden and different areas of London. The atmosphere must have been incredible.
Oh, it is. I mean, everyone said that they can't believe the noise that the Crystal Palace fans make. I mean, it was pretty equal in terms of, supporters. But yeah, all you could hear was us.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so pleased. That's just an amazing result.
And that means we get European football for the first time in our history in the Europa Cup.
You'll be wanting to watch more football.
It's on a Thursday night, so I'm afraid next year I won't be at your quiz.
You will, but you'll be playing the quiz, but you'll be one of those annoying people who gets distracted by the football. Never mind.
I might even go to a game. I mean, can you imagine if they play like Seville or something?
Oh,
I could go to a game.
Yes. Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll have to miss a quiz and go with you.
Well, I didn't invite you.
Oh.
Of course you can. I'd love you to see a football match.
Yeah.
You haven't been, have you?
Well, I have. We went to see the one in Malaga, and I went to see Yeovil Town play Walsall when I was at college.
You haven't been to a real football match, have you?
No. I haven't. So that would be really cool. So a weekend of sport for you because you've been playing golf today.
Yes, it was hot. I think I might be sunburnt because I'm a bit shivery.
Okay.
I put Factor 50 on
Oh,
this
did
morning.
you?
Yes,
Oh, well
I did.
done.
Yep. Yes, I played in a competition. I was invited in last minute because there was a cancellation. Someone was meant to be playing in my place, and I was runner-up in my category.
That's amazing. And when was the last time you played golf?
Well, I think it was October. And then before that was a year before that.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you were a bit nervous that you weren't going to be, because you were playing with a pro.
Well, yes. Although he hates being called that now because he's not actually. He's given up his pro.
Okay.
He's now amateur. And
But
he was
no,
right.
he's
I mean,
a different level
and
to
for a
you.
reason as well. As soon as we got there, someone said, "Oh, you're the pro," and he's like, "No, I'm no longer pro." Oh, great, we've got big expectations for you, and he's like, "No,
bless him.
Yeah, and it was just.
Although he did win.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get the score he wanted because he hit a few wayward shots, as we all did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did, and he won his category as well.
Brilliant. Well
And
done.
so when
you
we
came
were
home with some wine.
We did, and we sat there thinking, okay, we've both been invited to this, so we really just want to sit in the background and melt into the background. And the first prizes they gave up was a runner-up is PJ Lopez, and the next prize, the winner of the other category, is Oliver Nash. And it's like, oh, that's really not sitting in the background, is it?
Oh, nice one. Well done. That's really cool. Where did you play? What was the course like?
It's one of the best courses, one of my favourite courses as well. It's the Marbella Club Golf Resort, which is up in Benavista.
Okay.
Surrounded by these magnificent villas. I mean, huge villas, like insanely big villas.
Wow.
So yeah, really good day.
Great stuff. Well, I had a nice day. I thought, well, whilst you're doing that, I'll make some plans. And I met up with my friend Audrey and we went to Estepona. Audrey spends a lot of time in Estepona and we don't spend anywhere near or any time at all, to be honest, in Estepona. So I knew she knew some great places. So she took me on a little tour. I know where to park for free for a start, as you've passed Carrefour and you come up to where Bikini Beach used to be. Just before you come up to that main roundabout, turn right.
Up towards the Mercadona?
No, there's nothing up there. It's like a dirt road, but you can park up there for free. And she said even in the summer they park up there.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's a really good little tip. And we went for a walk along the beach, had a look at the different beach bars, and then we went in and walked along the second line and walked up to the Plaza de las Flores, which I recognise, which we've been to with your mum and Graham years ago.
It's one of the most famous places in sort of coming towards Old Town Estepona.
Yes, really nice. So we had a lovely place there looking at the fountain with all the flowers. I mean, all the flowers in Estepona, really, really stunning. It's so beautiful. And we had a selection of tapas, a couple of glasses of Tinto de Verano, €20 each. I mean, really cheap.
Yeah, we mentioned last week about prices sort of locally here. How much they've gone up. And Estepona, you can still get some really good deals.
Makes a huge difference where you go. I mean, don't get me wrong, we passed loads of restaurants, absolutely loads. And Audrey said it's her and her boyfriend Mark, it's their ambition to eat in every single place in Estepona. And she said they've done quite a lot already. They've really ticked quite a few off the list. And everywhere we were passing, she said, oh, this is nice. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, that's quite pricey, but really nice. So that you definitely could go to some expensive places for sure. But she just said this was a really good, cheap tapas place. It was called Avocado, actually. I remember the name. Avocado.
Actually, while we're talking about restaurants, didn't you say, I'm sure you said to me, that at Laguna Village, Kamuri's going to reopen there?
Yes. Oh, it is open.
It's open already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, looks lovely. Again, not cheap, but it never was.
And it's part of that whole Laguna Village thing, which isn't a cheap place. It's sort of like a luxury. It used to be more of a commercial centre and restaurants, and now it's really just got Sublime Beach Club, which is very expensive, and you've got this Kamuri now. You said it's in place where the old Sharanguito used to be. Is that right?
No, I don't think so. No, it looks where it looks like.
Oh, where it was before. Yeah, interested to see that because they used to do good food.
Yeah, really.
They used to have a beach. There used to be a Kamuri Beach Club as you're walking over the bridge going into Porto Banús as well. I wonder if that's still there.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Mind you, we haven't done that walk for a long time.
No, we need to go and check it out.
We do need to check it out. Another thing that's opening soon, we hope, is a new Lidl in San Pedro. That's the dream, baby.
Yeah, it's the only thing we're missing. And actually, if it's in San Pedro where we think it's going to be built, so we're very close to La Colonia Centre. We mentioned that last week because of the new bakery that's opened up in there.
La Barra
Marbella, yep. And just before you get into that commercial centre on some wasteland there, I remember reading in the Sir in English ages ago that they were going to build a Lidl. And work has started on something being built.
So we're hoping and praying it's a Lidl.
And not an apartment block.
Oh gosh, yeah, we've got enough of them. Couple of articles to mention from the Sir in English. There was an article that made me chuckle. I thought I'll have to see what they say here. Malaga's frenzy for viral Dubai chocolate and where to try it. Do you know ours is still in the fridge?
Have we not finished it?
No, we had that bite for the sake of the video and we haven't gone back to it.
Yeah, but it wasn't very nice, was it?
No, it wasn't exactly.
Well, we could sell it on Vinted.
It was invented, I was interested to learn, by a British Egyptian woman living in UAE in 2021. She was pregnant and she couldn't find anything to satisfy her cravings. So she came up with this.
And why has it gone viral, do you think?
I don't know. It's just one of those things that has just taken off online. So in terms of where to get it, if you're interested, and these will vary in price depending on where you buy them from. Lidl have had it, but it's gone out of stock really quickly. Lindt do a version of it, and you can get some in El Corte Inglés. So I expect the price rises.
I think you meant the price rises.
Price rises.
Instead of the prize rises.
It's late. The price rises in each of those places, and there were various other places they mentioned in Malaga City, so if you want to check it out, have a look in the Sir in English article. There was another piece talking about doing work on a new library in San Pedro, which is going to start in June. It's replacing the outdated current facility. I was trying to work out where this was. It's built on the former outdoor theatre site in Jorge Lorenzo Tejada Park.
Yes, I was trying to think this, and I think it's in the middle of San Pedro Tejada Park.
Really?
Yeah, you know,
it's not the place we went to fairly recently, that park.
No, that's a different park, isn't it?
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm actually not totally sure. We need to look it up and see where it is.
Yeah, but it's due to open in 2027, and it sounds spectacular, really modern, various levels, lots of facilities for both adults and children, and it's great to support libraries. It's something we've talked about on the book show a lot. They're declining massively in the UK because obviously a lot of people are going online for everything and just using libraries a lot less. And I think it will be such a shame for children to be born into a world without libraries.
Yeah, I mean, Kindle and things like that have killed a lot of books. At one stage, they thought Kindle was going to destroy the whole book market, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, but it absolutely didn't. It took it down for a little while, but now it's not at all. There's still plenty of people that want to read books. And, you know, it's a great way for children or adults as well, instead of buying a book, going out and getting it from the library. You know, that's the point of it. It can be a much cheaper way of reading.
Yeah.
So it's more accessible to people who are, you know, not having the money to spend on things. It's another alternative, and really important to get kids interested in reading. So I think it'll be a great fun place to go as a family with your children, looking at all the colourful pictures, all the books, and again it can help with homework and research for things. So yeah, definitely try and make use of your local library if you've got one.
Well, I used to belong to a library, and I used to get books out from the library.
Same, but not as an adult, only as a child.
Yeah, only as a child. Shh. The library.
Yeah, quiet in the library. There was another piece that made me because we've been talking about prices rising for things, and there was an actual article that said housing prices in Malaga are rising 3 times faster than wages, and that's just not fair, is it?
No, and I mean, we're lucky because, you know, we do various things and we've had steady jobs and we've got our own sort of small business and everything, but there's a lot of people that work in supermarkets or you know, local work, maybe restaurants, maybe pubs, whatever. They're on, you know, not far off minimum wage, and that will not get you anything.
No.
Not a thing.
No, I don't know how a lot of people are doing it. You know,
Well, they're moving
everybody's
further
struggling.
and further and further out, but that's also a problem when they're working in a centre of San Pedro and they've got to live in the Campo or something right above, you know, La Cañada or Monda or something like that. It's not easy.
Yeah, you'd hope that it's going to stop at some point as opposed to getting harder and harder for people.
Yeah, you'd hope.
Hope so. And some good news to do with the planet and the world locally, particularly La Concepcion Reservoir, which is near Marbella, has been declared as 100% full for the first time in 15 years, I think, which is incredible.
Yeah, so next weekend you're going to get the Karcher out.
Oh, definitely.
And you're going to, it might be a little bit less than that next week.
Yeah,
It might be 98% full after we've done the Karcher.
Don't. I mean, still be careful with water, still be sparing with water, but it does mean that, yeah, we can get the Karcher out.
It does, and it's not something that we would have done under the drought conditions.
Oh, definitely not. We
Especially
haven't done it for a long
as
time.
water drains out into the main road, so anyone walking past would have thought, where the hell's this water coming from?
Definitely. So, yeah, I love a Karcher.
It's all of these things that I don't get to do anymore.
No.
Because Hannah, it's quite satisfying. Because
Oh, exactly. That's why I like it. It's great fun.
You literally see this sort of like blackness, because we get this like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say black mould, but it's like mossy type thing. Yeah,
it's quite sticky, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
it's
going
because
over
it's
the
damp. The tiles get damp in the winter rather. So this, when you're karchering it, it literally just changes colour immediately.
Oh, you're getting me really excited. This is like turning me on. Can I not do a bit tonight?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because you've got a podcast to edit.
Okay. Well, we better leave it there then, so I can maybe see if I can get in 20 minutes of karchering.
It takes 20 minutes to set up.
Honestly, you describing it was getting me really excited.
You're easily pleased.
Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. It is goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.